Welcome back to History Loves Company. Today's episode is special because I'm not exploring this home alone. I'm standing in front of the W.J. Moore House in Cairo, Michigan, a 1920s smart home decades ahead of its time. And joining me for the full tour is someone with a direct connection to this place, Steve Moore, the great-great-grandson of inventor William James Moore himself. Together, we'll walk the entire property, pool, carriage house, and secret control panels, while Steve shares stories that you can't find anywhere else. From the motorized zip line to the underground pump room that feels like a hidden power plant, this is a living piece of history that you must see. Before we start, hit like and subscribe so that you don't miss a second of this incredible journey. Now, let's meet Steve and step back into the 1920s.
Sure, so it was originally a pond. All sorts of crazy flora all around. And he drained it in the early 1900s and poured this resort style. There was water features, bridge, diving board. There's a zip line going from that top balcony over. You can see the supports over there still. And I still have the zip line. It was a big crazy plane. And we'll check that out later. But and now nature's kind of taking it back over. There's hundreds of frogs in there, 3 or 4 different species.
So you
but it needs help.
Yeah, and you started kind of capturing the story. So you guys, how recently did you get the property back? And what was kind of the story from W.J. Moore until you guys took ownership again? And then your relation to W.J. Moore as well.
So he's my great-great-grandfather. And he passed away in 55. And the family kept it for another 10 years, but got rid of it in 1965.
Okay.
And then, so we just got it back into the family about 4 years ago.
Okay, was it just owned by...
It was owned by an awesome local guy. His name was Chuck Vaughn.
Okay, was it a homestead?
What do you mean?
Did he live here, or was it something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so when he bought it because he was fascinated, loved the house.
Okay.
Right? And he had the means, he had a big, like, excavation company, so he had all the tools, equipment, and money to keep it going. He actually was the one who redid the roof in the 90s to the exact specs. I mean, they measured the angles. He built a shingle cutter out of an old log splitter, which we got running a couple years ago. And I've been, cutting some out here and there practicing. But so he's a big reason. He had the pool going in the 90s. He, put in that little, filter pump house thing over there. I'll take you down into the actual well pump house where it looks like underneath SeaWorld.
Yeah.
All industrial wells and piping that were used. And WJ had it in the 30s. He had a sprinkler system installed underground, and you'll notice some of them sticking up around. But you could turn this thing, kick on a pump, and it would drain the entire pool and water the whole property. Like, so if you drain it for the winter or whatever. But this was a fish. We would have a bunch of fish in here, and there's a spot down in the basement where you bring them in for the winter. Mm-hmm. There was also a fish tank right here in the driveway. I guess I gotta move for my wife. And plug one up, you can pull the next screen now.
So it'd essentially be your filtration system over there?
Yep.
Old school filtration.
Through here, there used to be a water feature that did something. The outdoor pool fireplace, and then it flips into an indoor fireplace up on the second story there, which is a cool place that a lot of the community hung out at. There is honeybees right here. So
okay.
Through here, obviously overgrown. This used to be the flower garden they had over here, and on the other side of the carriage house was like the kitchen garden.
Okay. I just want to get...
Slide right here. Getting in, right? Water would be rushing in out of this pipe here. Blast it out. Just slide through. This thing over here is a big old water cannon. So I hooked up to that. And on the bridge, people went like crazy, like pipes through the bridge that on the other side you know, shot out stuff.
It's safe to walk in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then obviously open gaps. Your friends slide down and try to jump on them while this kid's jumping off the diving board. You know what I mean?
This place was probably so much fun back in the day.
It was the cat's meow. They had a lot of he was a big time automobile enthusiast.
Okay.
One of his cars is in a museum in the Netherlands right now.
Oh.
Like a 1914 Cadillac.
What was his biggest invention?
So he had a patent for the transmitter on the telephone.
Okay.
In 1897, I believe. And so he was able to make his own basic oak box telephone, bypassing all Bell's patents.
Okay.
So he got all the money.
Uh-huh.
And that's what he did, is he set up telecommunications all up in the thumb.
Okay.
Tuscola, Huron, Sanilac, and businesses, homes, all that. This house had 23 phones in it by itself. Like every room, the kitchen table has phone jacks. It's a trip. Yeah, I guess we can cruise back through here and then do the rock garden spot too while we're here. So haven't got to clean it up too much back here this year. But more, these are like just little jumping kind of things. Climb up this and jump off. Got a cool picture of my grandpa. Oh, shorts. So I still at the top of the lighthouse, and up there's a pulley system, and there would be a little lighthouse attendant.
Okay.
Just going around, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And each of these would light up. There's more like on the front side, but it'll light up. This is that support system. I haven't found a picture, but somebody said that it used to kind of have a little structure, and it kind of looked like the house, but I've never, none of the, and we've got hundreds.
So it was coming just off the top?
Off the corner edge.
Okay.
There was like a little platform and a ladder, right? So, and it's not just like you're just and drop, right?
You said it was a plane?
It's all mechanical. So there were like support things everywhere. There's big, huge wires hanging off the house that were part of it. But here's the foot button right here, right? So you climb up, the thing's right here, you grab on, hit the foot button, and it would take you back.
That's awesome. So a zip line that you could go both directions, not just downhill. I just saw, that's what I was.
So winning. And back when this was a pond, this right here was also the location of, you'll see it in the carriage house there. He was a telephone guy, so a telephone pole, ladder, and it's basically a diving pole. You climb up this
so you
old
climb up
telephone
the old telephone pole to dive off.
Yep.
So it was just a man of fun. And then this was where you said the fish swam through this?
There were fish all in here. And I think these are definitely those old Saginaw bricks, but I don't know if it was done after. There's waterfall right there. But yeah, I think it was like estimated at like 250,000 gallons.
Whew. This would be
Resort
incredible.
style, all sorts of parties and events. He had the, I think it's VMCA, some motor vehicle club or whatever. They had their big, huge party in like the 50s here.
Okay.
And we have a picture of it, right? And there's this big banner. Well, I was up in the attic, and I found it. I found his tax returns from the 20s.
That's wild. You probably have so many like little artifacts that kind of tie into the story and stuff as well.
At the house right here, well, that's a picture of him actually riding that zip line.
It's so cool. It's like a plane with like a little hang bar off of it.
Yeah. That's security here, there.
What kind of dogs?
A boxer, a pit bull, a Yorkie, and a Chihuahua.
Okay. I've got big ones, so no need to apologize when they jump on me. Mine jump on me all the time.
This button, well, you can see the button here, right? So that button did something, and this button did something. So these doors are automatic.
Okay.
And I can show you the crazy contraption how all that works. So you can come up and just hit this. And those things are crazy too. Spanish blown glass bulbs. Oh, you can see the outlet on the wall there.
Yep.
Speaker jack and a telephone jack. So, and this first room in here is like the radio room where they have the big, huge Victrola spinning disc things, and you plug it into the master thing, and you could listen to the music from any room basically. For all the leaded glass windows, and even this one probably really upset them because it doesn't match. You see the two different peaks.
Yeah.
The peak of the window and the peak of the... So, but a lot of this stuff, like you can tell, like even the graining, you know, starts at the peaks of windows and in the middles of places. You want to do?
We
do
carriage house first, and then go.
Wrap around you want to wrap around the front of the thing because there's like a tennis court.
Whatever way you want to go about it. I mean, we could probably do this and then wrap up. That way we'll finish off kind of back here and then go up.
So there's one cool thing on the other side of the carriage house, which is basically this. Okay. Another one of these, and this was a pressure plate. So his driver would pull up. These doors would open. Yeah. And there's one on the other side for another set of doors in the back. And please, this is an absolute disaster in here. This is half stuff that was here, half. Oh, yep. Private club and garage. Better. There we go. So this will be, pretty here. A lot of the cool shit's in the ceiling, right? So this right here contraption is the one that opens these doors.
Okay.
Here. Super cool stuff, like a circle ring that rotated on a square shaft. And if you look, this is the same one right here, same setup, but this one still has the oil pan on it.
Okay.
So basically that ring would bounce around on that metal shaft and keep it lubricated. It was like self-lubricating. This big, huge motor hanging off the wall is what controlled the zip line. So you can follow those things, those cords ran through the garage to the outside.
It's like a damn amusement park in here back in the day.
This is that log splitter that Chuck Vaughn made. Basically took, because we don't really know how it was done originally.
Yeah.
It had to have been something like that, a press. But yeah, he made it, and basically just chops it into one of these. And when it was the original, it was done before they had 3-tab shingles, so it was just a solid sheet.
Yeah.
So it looked a lot better. Nowadays, you see all
the 3 tabs kind of.
So, and the dimensional. Those are the original bird houses that were on the tennis court that I'll show you later. Those are super cool. Be awesome to get them all redone. They're super heavy. They're lighted, too. They got lights that lit up the tennis court at night.
I understand why you guys told me I'm gonna need more time than I thought.
Yeah.
We're not even in the house yet, and I've already seen 12 inventions I didn't know about.
That was like an old fire hose thing. See that door?
Yeah.
Be like a fire hose wrapped up into it.
Inside of it.
Connected to the water line there. Oh yeah, you wiggle through this way. There's just not enough time to light it. I don't know how he even made this stuff. Like, I can't even like catch up to it. I found this up in the attic. This old drive shaft from one of them old cars, you know, that you did on the center. It says like, it says something like park or go or something.
Is that from the zip line?
That's the zip line. The pickers were digging around and found one of the wings. So now I know what the wings were like. This is the top of that lighthouse. But here's the propeller, just the propeller for the zip line.
Heavy.
Feel it.
Heck yeah.
So you had to have like
Quality.
some major support going. And you can kind of see how some of it works. You can see the pulley through there.
This thing does not look light either.
No, yeah. And I think it's so messed up because when they got it, they had to cut it down because I think somebody fell or something like that. They just cut the wire and the whole thing came crashing down. Those were remakes that somebody was making.
Okay.
They're not exactly they're similar.
I'm not gonna capture them then.
It's on the original ones.
I think there's enough in cool inventions here that I don't need remakes in it.
If you look on the original ones, you don't necessarily have to, but they have like a thin, cool, like they're all different colored stained glass going around the bottom.
Oh, I didn't even notice that it was in the garage over there.
Yeah, so, okay. This is where, the other big room is where you keep all of the, like, telephone trucks. Did you see any of the pictures of that?
Yeah.
Where it was just stuffed with work trucks?
Yep.
That's where they would be. And this would be closed, and this was the cabinet manufacturing, where they'd make the actual oak boxes.
Okay.
And over there on the wall, see that piece of, that square thing?
Yep.
That is it's his writing. It says, "This is how you answer this phone." Like, thank you for calling more cabinet manufacturing or something.
This thing here?
Yep. Below us is 2 boilers and a changing room for the pool.
For the pool.
1 boiler to heat this garage and 1 boiler that was a heated swimming pool too.
Nice.
Hey, you want to look at it again? It's like freaking horror movie.
The scarier the better for me.
Sweet.
I'm into creepy dark stuff, especially if it's like, you know, ties to houses as well. It doesn't have to be haunted, but if it was, I wouldn't mind that either.
Crazy.
I love
Fire door, I guess.
Yep, the counterweight and all, eh? So neat.
There might be a cat or a raccoon down here. That. This is.
I got a hat on. We're good there.
My phone lights. I have a.
Alright, I'm already declaring it worth the drive.
Yes. It's hard to explain, and you know, some people are into it, some people aren't. Some people feel the magic. You know what I mean?
I mean, I can honestly say I think this is going to be one of my favorite videos already, and I haven't even been in the house, but like the taking a cool historic home and then adding all the cool inventions to it is just like a completely different realm, you know?
Ahead of its time, like with the electrical and mechanical engineering, that's for sure. And the plumbing was so straight back. Those are the
Changing rooms. Super creepy today, but were probably, you know, super awesome to have back then.
And it's just there's so much that it needs to be done with like nobody living here.
Yeah.
You can get in and just, you know, I've already freaking shot back all this out once, you know, it's just from critters coming in and out, stuff deteriorating again. But it's a trip down there. It's like, I couldn't believe that the pool was heated.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I see somebody that lives out of state that has an ungodly amount of money that just loves this kind of stuff, that it just becomes a passion project. I mean, is kind of what I see for that.
I would love to be like, you know, I don't have to be a project leader.
But a part of it in some way.
Like a way, yeah, to like, you know.
We go upstairs?
Absolutely. Never know what you're gonna find here either.
All the more better.
So, right here, I guess, before we go up. He grew his own grapes, and we'll show you the wine press down in the basement and all that kind of stuff. And had it
Speakeasy.
Right, so buzzer right here. See him coming up. And then this door here, I found up in the attic, and I was like, where does this go? And this is the only place where the hinges match.
Okay.
And it's got a, watch it. Your step right there. That's raccoon for you. It's like a peephole. You know, there'd be another wood panel here, obviously, but you hear the buzzer, you know.
And then you got the little peephole to
The
check.
lock thing lined up there. Okay. You're cool, come on in. So,
The chairs.
yeah, I think those are have to be from a church or something.
The fireplace is incredible too. Carrying it from the exterior up here, and it's just as immaculate up here.
And the car, did you see the car replica on the front of the carriage house?
Yeah, yep.
That's like one of the tires there.
Oh,
You know, and they both open.
that's awesome. Oh yeah, and here's the other one.
Yep. And I think from a picture, this was like an original, a casing from, because he bought the house, it was a beautiful, like, house.
Uh-huh.
Didn't have any of the stonework or roof or anything. But a lot of the original stuff is still here too, which is crazy. That house was built in the 1800s. Like I got all this, like deck, and all this stuff. It's all up in the attic still. You know? But okay, so part of the community, right? So they would have little debutante balls up here.
Okay.
Carroll High School.
Are those old bowling pins?
They're exercise things.
Oh, okay.
I've got another picture that shows like the dumbbells, you know, that people have taken them forever. Basketball hoop used to hang right there. They would do like drills and stuff.
The old sewing table.
And a doctor owned the house before WJ bought it. And that's why we think all these are labeled. All these rooms are labeled.
Oh, the number?
Yeah, so. Or it could just be their storage rooms.
Yeah, like a record of what's stored in each room. Yeah. They redid the drywall in the 90s and did like some of the electrical stuff. But it's obviously some parts need redoing. These are the originals though. Mom found that on the side of the room. And I assume this was just a lot of the support for the zip line. Zip line, yeah.
This whole thing was stuffed with all this stuff, you know, that's out here. So put some of it back in there, and it's pretty loose flooring over by where the you can kind of
Over here.
Yep, I see what you're like these support rods like running through the thing. Pretty sure that had to do something with keeping this building from falling with a zip line or something. But even these little things are awesome. They're like, you open the door and this little hook like latches
Yeah,
in
I
there,
noticed
keeps
one in
them
this
open.
door over there, but it was like up at door height, and then I was going, oh, there's another floor.
So that is the attic. Feel free. It is where the raccoon is mostly. And then watch your noggin, especially on the
Going up.
I hit my head all the time.
If I can capture a raccoon on camera, that'd be fun too.
Right? See some little glowing eyes. There's still exploring I need to do in there, but it's like there's just so much raccoon shit.
Yeah, no, I get that.
I pulled some things out, and there's some old fun stuff in there still.
Am I good to walk in?
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna hang down here.
That's cool with me. Just wanted to make sure you're comfortable with it before I go walking off on my own.
But as far as the preservation of historicness, right? This is sagging here, broke out, started sagging there, and so you back up, and you can totally see that everything.
Shifting.
Well, all the stonework cracking and falling, especially at the window frame there. You see?
Yeah,
that big
yeah,
gap
you can
there?
see it dropping.
And there's that huge gap under that plaque. Like, the rock already fell out.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
I still have the rock, you know, and just put it back up there. I didn't know what exactly needed to be done. I got the jack post thing that I'm going to put there like, for the winter. Like,
Yeah.
hope that it doesn't like go anymore. So that's a huge undertaking right there. There's like a major general contractor.
Yeah.
All the equipment needs to do. So yeah, that hoist thing to get the heavy stuff up there. I think so. When he bought it, this is obviously a carriage house for horses, and so that might have been how they got like the
Hay bales and that.
Yep.
This is service drive.
You want to do? Yeah, that's still the original right there.
Guess still works, right?
Yeah, this one's for the house. This one is for the well.
Oh, that actually does work?
Yeah.
Oh,
This-
wow. I thought it had been replaced by this.
No,
I was
this is
joking
for-
when I
this is,
originally said it.
3-phase for the well.
Okay.
The well's freaking screwed up. I had to switch over to city water and then got the well fixed, and then now.
You're already
I
on
need to
city
switch back-
water.
Well, I need to switch back over. Man.
Yeah.
We had the water tested, and it was like, the well water is way better. These things, 100-year-old plus trumpet vines, which are they're crazy invasive. You know,
Yeah.
they suck
But
to deal
after
with.
100 years, that's what they turn into.
Yeah, this would be the service drive. But it's just kind of a dog run now. And this house, not sure the history of it, but it's really odd because there's an easement, right?
Yeah.
But we think that maybe it was built for like the workers.
That's kind of what I was
The
guessing.
maid stayed upstairs, obviously. There's a full maid's quarters. But there's a maintenance guy and stuff like that, so maybe. I have no idea. And the property line is like right here. So
Okay.
this, I believe, is an old, support. Used to be standing straight up, but this tree got hit by lightning twice.
That's probably an incredible water feature back in the day.
Yeah, it's called on the little thing. It's called Fountain of Youth.
Hell yeah.
One of the support wires goes straight through a tree. One of WJ's wives was really into flowers and imported all sorts of them from Europe. They were big into importing things. Like they imported that first car from France in 1899.
Falling to pieces or not, it's still beautiful and unique, which you don't find anymore.
See that wire hanging off the chimney there?
Yeah,
But all
they're everywhere.
the windows, right? Like those leaded glass windows.
I love this structure too. It's like an old school pergola.
There's still grapes growing on the property. These are some of the replica birdhouses, while the other ones are getting restored. In some old pictures, there was a huge, like 20 or 30-foot tall fence, going around the whole thing to keep tennis balls from flying over.
Okay, so this here was the tennis court you said?
Yep, the net would hang here, and then go over to that one over there. Lit up at night. They got like some pictures of them playing, like there was like little white lines painted. Another wire hanging out of the middle of the chimney, which directly above it has a big bulge and it's about to pop out. So it's another. There's just so many parts that need help,
Yeah.
All of the border is. I mean, it's amazing that it held up this long.
Yeah.
But you can just see it falling apart everywhere.
It'll need a lot of money, but I mean, it still, it's still standing after all these years, and it still has a lot of the historic aspect. I mean, it hasn't really lost much of the historic aspect, honestly.
Yeah, and if it got, turned into some sort of living museum where all the buttons and stuff
Worked, that'd be super
it'd be
neat.
worth it for like humanity.
Yeah, for sure. You don't have things like this anymore either. It's just super unique.
Want to do the rock garden?
Yeah.
So he was. I always wondered why I liked collecting rocks. Right? He did it on a much larger scale.
Okay.
He took one boulder or rock from every county in Michigan, so 83 different ones, and made this, right?
Okay. That's super neat.
These I think are old like grindstones. I found like some that have the actual little grind wheel mark on them.
Okay, nice.
But just different crazy, unique rock over here. This obviously from like the grindstone days or something, but that's like 1890 something. Somebody's carving there. He also invented this contraption that they would pull with horses, right? Pull up to a big tree he liked, dig all around it, uproot it, lay it down, and there's pictures of them delivering the
Like
trees
full tree.
to the property. Yeah.
Neat.
But yeah, just different crazy rock.
My son's super into rocks. He's a rock collector. He's 9 and he's just obsessed with them.
There's all sorts of gnarly ones. This one's the craziest one to me right here. It's like this and that. Yeah. Need to get like a geologist in here because it would be cool to confirm the story. Like, oh yes,
Yeah.
this stone came
To be able to
from-
see where they all came from and like see if they actually were from all the different counties and that.
Yep. That's the bench my grandparents used to neck on. And I had grandma get ordained online, and I got married.
Oh, really? Hell yeah.
So this is the pump house. So this is going to be a first for me, and this stairs. I know. I haven't been down here since could be freaking disaster in here. Just trying to get any spider webs out. So that's the pump for the house. This pump over here was for the swimming pool and all the water features. Like if you look on the wall, all the different plumbing. And I've got a picture of it way back in the day when the walls were white and all the things were labeled and stuff. And then watch your step, like right there. But if you go down this, look down the stairs, that is the. Oh fuck! If you go down the stairs and go that way, that's the tank, 5,000 gallon tank. In the city, used to be able to hook up to it in case of fire.
Okay.
And usually every spring, come down here, there's 4 feet of water, just gotta pump it out. But that's kind of some of the SeaWorld stuff I was talking
Yeah.
about, you know, like, that's all just crazy.
I love all that neat stuff though that you don't normally see.
Room was like, it was labeled the radio room. But now it's kind of mud office storage room. Like if you see it,
Is that bathroom?
yeah, so originally, and this sucks, bro. This is like the only bathroom out of 5 that work in the house,
Okay.
right? This shower wasn't here. This was just a bathroom. It's been kind of redone or whatever. Although that is a 100-something-year-old toilet.
Yeah.
That's confirmed. It was just like a big closet, and they just turned it into a shower because one of the residents couldn't go up the stairs anymore. But all the rooms have that, you know, telephone jack in it. Yeah. Hopefully I don't screw anything too bad right here. But if you look back down in here, not too bad though. Jeez. See this right here? This plug?
Yep.
That was like the master plug. I believe for that would like send the information to each room, right?
Okay.
You know, or to all the different areas.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tough. Talk about plaster work.
Yeah, and my grandma said this room, the ceiling used to be the same way. When we got it, it was just panels like falling down.
Okay.
So, but if you look at see the reflection up in there, then you can see that
It's
meant to
yeah,
be.
for sure.
This right here would lock those doors. This one would open it, and you had it on a timer system, right? One would open it for like 3 seconds. I've got all the detail, even meticulously logged everything.
Yeah.
Would be enough for one person. Did it twice, it was for a group, like 10 seconds.
Okay.
And if you did it 3 times, it would shutter them to scare off solicitors.
Interesting.
Yeah. But this is the master control panel here. That was the pressure gauge for the well. I hooked it up to the city line, so it still kind of works. But these little indicator lights would pop off if something was like running, or there's some instructions. This right here starts plane. That would start the zipline motor in the carriage house. You'd come down here and just start it up from in here.
That's awesome.
Super cool stuff, like, and you know, I gotta show the personal stuff on whatever, but this is so you would know, like, just things. So he had it to where he opened it up and it would turn the lights on, you know, there's a mirror right here. Oh, and this is where I can show you the automatic door thing, which might just take us. Okay, I can just kind of in the closet. And inside was a series of bamboo poles, right? I never knew what it was. None of us really. Ends up being, he would pull up, have his driver pull up, you know, on the side of the road. Sorry, that might not be together. It's out there by that fountain. That's him by the fireplace there. Like I said, this has a lot of the plumbing lines. I need to keep that one. Come on. And I've got like hundreds of photos.
Okay.
I could send you if you were like, yo, send me one what the house looked like before, or that. I think that one might be on the website. But even in here, like, see a little leaded glass match. Very into detail. In all the rooms too, all the sconces or all the wall fixtures, light fixtures are original, but they're different in every room. Didn't match.
Yeah, so you didn't keep them uniform throughout.
Like even this thing's good.
Is all the furniture or like the big pieces like that, are those all original as well?
Yep, that hutch, not that apothecary up in the corner there. But yeah, this original, that desk original, what do they call that? Buffet, I guess.
Yeah.
And then the kitchen, I wouldn't even worry about filming in here. This has been remodeled in the 80s, and it's in deep trouble, just like the rest of the house. These stairs here lead up to the maid's quarters, and we'll get to that.
Okay.
Cool. We're in there if we want to come down that way. Show you.
I actually just noticed this force.
Yeah, so when we got the house, carpet, maroon carpet throughout. Even in a bathroom upstairs with a leaking toilet that they had no idea was just soaked. You know?
Still carpeting.
Yeah, but yeah, so I started
And this is
pulling
what's
it up
under
and I
it. Oh
found
my
this.
god.
Yeah, and I was like, yes.
Couldn't even imagine a world where you cover this with carpeting.
Right. And so this is the elevator that would go. It would only go down into the basement. You'd load up firewood and bring it up. But there's a picture of him like with a cart. That right there is the original light that hangs up here. I found that buried, but threw out pictures, realized what it was. And it's cool too, the light switch, like we'll kick the little fireplace indicator light on over there, see that?
Yeah.
That red light. But right now, it's propped up by 2x6s, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
So it only goes down, and that's not a good day if that happens. So two cool things about this room are, look at these indicator lights inlaid into the fireplace there. Those would kick on, like, let's say a gate opened or the garage doors opened or the pool pump's running or the house pump's running. You could just kind of, like, you know, surveillance, you know, from in the 20s.
Before we had all the fancy cameras and that, you had to figure out how to do it other ways.
Yeah, covered up all the
I love the radiator covers that are on these.
Yeah, that's so sweet. And they still are the only, you know, the way this house gets heated. So winters are rough. But again, more like these in every room. There's multiple stick a phone in, stick a speaker in thing. So one of the sweetest things that happened to me when I was ripping out the carpet in here, I was at this area right here, and I ripped it out and I noticed that little notch right there.
Yeah.
And so I started like grabbing it with pliers, freaking messing with it, and finally, boom! This hatch here popped open. And I was like, I found the gold. You know, there's more indicator lights.
Yeah.
These little cool things would light up. I don't know for what yet. But pops open, there's a space in there and there's a light switch. And I was like, a light switch? Oh. So through jiggling it, I heard something moving in the wall. Come over to this side. These doors are also automatic, and we'll see that down in the basement.
Okay.
But come over to this side and notice that there was a weird screw here. So, unscrewed it all. Discovered America's first burglar alarm. Still has like instructions in there. And what it would do is you flip that switch, right? It would ring that buzzer bell. It would turn on every light on the whole entire property, every single light, and would phone the police.
That's super cool.
So that was a fun thing to find. I thought I was finding like the hidden gold bar room or something, you know. But
you thought you were gonna run into enough money to restore this place to its former glory.
Somewhere, man. To be
It's
honest.
very, very possible with the inventor he was.
But I just thought that was something really fun. That was a fun day. And so underneath this radiator down in the basement, you'll see is like a series of like metal things, like, and it would come out to over here too, like it's like a whole like kind of heated seated waiting area or whatever. Now it's where the boxer stares out and runs security.
Little different form of burglary alarm nowadays.
Yep. So this button right here would open these doors.
I did not notice those.
And somebody said, did you ever hear about the story of the sword in the banister? I'm like, what? Yeah, the middle banister. There used to be a sword down in it. So I come and I look and I see that there's a screw there, you know?
Right there?
Yeah, and on the other side, and so I unscrewed them, and you could tell somebody had already been in it because one of these ornate pieces is broken. But I got it loosened up, pulled it out, sure enough, it's hollow all the way down there, you know?
So there likely used to be a sword there.
Perhaps. But up here, as far as filming goes and whatnot, this is where we kind of live. We can get out to the balcony this way. This is kind of my little yoga zen stretching area. Let the dogs walk around. It's even engraved somewhere, like you can, if the light hits it right or whatever, it'd be like phone. Or
Yeah, I can see telephone. Telephone, woods. Something speaker maybe?
Maybe a speaker.
I think it says wood speaker or something almost.
So basically all the rooms had, well, this is a bad example. A really bad example. But all these rooms, because this one's actually torn out, but they all had a little medicine cabinet and a sink or whatever, you know, to, I don't know, brush your teeth, wash your hands for dinner or whatever. This room's kind of got a weird little odd thing. This is just where it fell. We can go out this way on the balcony. But these crazy ass doors, bro, they're just awesome. Oh, see? It falls apart a little bit more every day. And this door doesn't like to open, so I'll just go out this way. But you can really catch the feel for, like, so we had these gutters, copper hidden gutters, right?
Okay.
You can't really see.
Yeah.
And I ended up having to patch a bunch of them up because when it rained outside, it rains inside.
Yeah.
Because he has stuff like this behind here. There's a huge gutter up in there.
Okay.
And downspout here that would meet up with this, but it failed inside the wall, thus putting water
In the home instead of outside the home.
But I imagined it had a cover on it because it looks like it had
Yeah,
like covers.
this.
But this part right here they welded shut. But this would be the gate. You go out and you walk out onto the ledge here, and that's where you link up with it.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to cover them up just to try to slow. And it was the first thing I set up, you know, when I got the house.
Will you say that just one more time, that it was his bed?
This was WJ's bed, and first thing I did, I grew up sleeping on his bed, and the first thing I did when I got the house was set it back up in his room. I don't think it's in the right spot. I think it used to be on that wall. But this is just another, so there was carpet all in here, and this toilet right there was just dump leaking. It's through the flooring, and it's almost through the subflooring, which, you know, when we were down in that dining room, you could see it, like that archway.
Yeah.
That was
From that, yeah.
but this was another, like, his little personal balcony. This is a cool apparatus too. It's the exhaust from the bathroom, and it goes with the wind, that thing. So, you know, scent comes out and goes with the wind.
Oh, interesting. So the thing kind of moves around depending on how the wind's blowing. So it's something I've never even thought of needing, but when you're inventing all sorts of cool things, why wouldn't you think to do that?
Yep.
I don't want to smell. We don't want to smell the poo.
Okay. This room here is the biggest bummer because it would be so cool to be able to use it. But it's the blue bathroom.
Ooh.
Got some lights that you kick on. Right there. I got a cool picture, you know, pictures of this or whatever that you can find, and you can find it on the website too or whatever. But the shower, if you peek your head in there and watch this broken glass corner right here. but there's shower heads in the corners, you know. The wallpaper was not original. But there's a picture that we have that's got, you know, a phone plugged in and sitting up on that thing. You know, got a phone in here.
That's a laundry chute next to it.
That is like access to under the tub in the maid's quarters.
Okay.
That like I was just digging for
Gotcha.
walnuts out of. But even cool shit like this thing. This little apparatus.
What is that?
You hang
So
your
the
towel or
door-
whatever, you know, afterwards. But didn't really think it through because it was inside the shower when the shower was going. Maybe it did. I don't know. This would be to the maid's quarters.
Okay.
This goes up into the attic. Cool window, but still try to keep with the theme there. Yep, don't mind that. Maid's raised bathtub. The laundry chute's right there by the shit, which I didn't know. Good job, dog. And this is the maid's quarters, and also our like museum tour storage room, like all the cool shit I found up in the attic, bunch of crazy, like we do like stuff like this. You know, we set up the whole.
Oh, okay, like the yeah.
And explain stuff. That's
How-
like the pickers tried to buy that. It was like a beaver Stetson, like his Stetson. They also tried to buy. Oh, it's that speaker on swivels right behind you.
Oh,
They're like, this is the first freaking time furniture has met technology. But they didn't show anything that I said no. And if you look in there, there's all sorts of gadgets he was working on, things he was working on. Like, I don't know what any of that stuff is. You know, just dug it all out and set it up in there. Just his mind, you know, doing things, I guess.
It's back before we call it ADHD.
Right. Right. Just have fun.
You're just yeah.
Just go with that.
And everyone just tells me I have ADHD. I just think I'm a famous inventor at heart, you know?
Yeah. When we got the place, when it rained outside, it rained inside, and bats. This was a major bat getting into the house spot. We still have them getting in the house because they come down the chimney. But whoever put this pressure pump in here put it right smack dab in the middle of trying to get into it, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's totally, I don't know how.
You said all the knob and tube is still live?
Yeah. Yep.
Not very often I see live knob and tube either.
And you're more than welcome to go, but it's all kind of like that.
Yeah.
But wherever there's like that, and I put some boards, you know, that I've walked on,
Okay.
you know? And I think it's all basically flooring like this, just with insulation.
Okay, cool.
I don't think you're gonna fall in anywhere, but
Tiny little shoe there.
yeah, it's scary. Creepy, I guess.
A little bit.
Ooh, I should put that down in the down in the changing room. Not a whole lot of cool shit to see, I guess, as far as, you know, the video.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a shot like this. I'm not gonna climb in there.
But definitely some stuff I still need to go back there and discover, you know. In the, you know, summer it's ridiculous. Hot, humid, muggy. That's when the bats come out. Here's the laundry chute. The spider chute nowadays. Until I need to do some spring cleaning here in the fall. All right, so in this room here, I guess here's where you keep the fish, down in there.
Is that actually what that was?
I think it was the old cistern that he transformed into like a little winter fish tank. I don't know. A little feeding window and stuff.
That's wild.
I know there's a lot of junk in here. But that toilet back in there is crazy. It's like definitely imported from somewhere. I don't think they made them like that. Or maybe they did, I don't know. That was kind of the maintenance man's like shower and toilet.
Okay.
And they both still work.
Oh wow. Yeah, all the detailing in the ceramic on that.
Yeah. Heater up there. Cool. There is asbestos down here.
Totally cool with it. I'm in these old houses all the time. I don't ever ask the old houses whether they have asbestos when I enter them. It's my own fault, you know?
Yeah. This I think was just like a storage room or whatever, but it's also, you can kind of see, you know, this is the radiator in the kitchen, that island or whatever. Just some of the pipe work, I guess. I don't know. This is kind of a boring room. This one in here, if you walk in and turn left, you can see like what it takes to have telephones and speakers in every nook and cranny of the property.
Wow.
And then, so there's millions of valves down in there, right? They all had, at one point, this guy's 101, right? I found this sheet right here, which explains the valves, but it only goes up to 35. So I know what the first 35 do.
But there's over 100 of them.
Yeah. I saw 120 somewhere in here.
Woo!
So
Hell yeah.
Here's the automatic door opener. That's what it looked like. Concept version, you know? And like, see that pulley and that wire going up right there?
Yeah.
That goes up into that closet false floor.
Okay.
Connects to a leather strap, which connected to the door. And this was one of the first air conditioners, this big, huge swamp cooler apparatus thing that would blow cold air into the bottom floor of the house.
Okay.
Umbrella. Yeah, like all the crazy plumbing. This room, the light doesn't work in here, but this is the wine room. And I plug this thing in, flip the switch, the old valuables safe. The cat boys. This is the elevator. It's being held up.
Steve, thank you for opening your family's home and sharing these incredible stories with us. I think we can all agree that W.J. Moore's imagination was far ahead of his time. This home is basically a century-old smart home. If you enjoyed exploring the W.J. Moore house with us, show Steve some love in the comments and tell us which invention impressed you the most. The automatic doors, the two-way zip line, or that incredible master control panel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to History Loves Company so that you don't miss our next deep dive into another one-of-a-kind historic home. And if you'd like to learn more or even get involved in preserving this masterpiece, visit thewjmore.com. I'm Chris, and this is Steve, and together we thank you for keeping history alive, one inventive home at a time.